Who am I? The girls them sugar.
You want to know another big word that we people don't understand either?
Talk to him.
Entanglement. Entanglement, bro. What the fuck is
It's the word of 2020, bro. That is the word of 2020.
Oh, easily, bro. That's 2020 in general. Like, what have we been doing to it? We've been in an entanglement, bro. So, I guess this is more of a follow up for last week. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, they came to the red table, took themselves to the red table, and went ahead and released a bunch. Kind of did a tell all. It was only about 12 minutes, but apparently it was the most viewed Facebook video of all time. It broke all type of records and things of that nature. So kudos to them for that, and for good reason too. It was actually a good. If you watch the whole thing instead of just clips, it'd have been funnier if you just seen memes or something like that. But if you watch the whole thing, it was actually kind of cool to actually see. But basically within that, Jada Pinkett Smith actually admitted to being into a relationship with August, and they went forward and kind of just talked about it. And then to me, it seemed like Jada said that she was technically helping him, mentally. The family was helping him mentally and things like that. They were already separated between Jada and Will. They already decided to separate, and they were going their different ways. They thought they might be divorced, for real, and they ended up getting back together, which is cool. That's kind of what happens in relationships sometimes. But she did actually, the big actual news that she did admit to actually being in a relationship with August. I got my own kind of views on that, but I'll let you go first. What kind of over the red table talk? What'd you bring out of that?
Two things. I think one, I respect her for just being real about it. You know, obviously we don't know. They started off with saying this is our business, and somehow Black Twitter decided to make it their business. So we really won't know the whole story, and that's up to them. So for them to reveal that much about the situation, I kind of do respect that. I think that a lot of people were saying she cheated, but if you like you said, if you watch the whole thing, she did say that they were on a break. Will Smith said "Hey, I was done with your ass. I told you to get up out of here." So I don't consider it her cheating, because they were apart, and then she decided to get into a relationship with August. But then once she realized that she wanted to mend things with Will, that's when the problem started. And she said they haven't spoken in years. So I don't really look at it as her cheating, but I do kind of understand Will being mad because of how messy the situation got. Because it seems like once she said that she was getting back with Will, just communication stopped, and she said he just completely cut me off, which she understands, and she hasn't spoken to him in years. So for them to be in such a messy situation and not clean that up before it hit the public, I think that's where I would put more blame onto her. You know what I mean? Ultimately, August did he was out here dry snitching. So it's it's much blame to go around for this becoming so messy. But I think that if we are to judge her, which Black Twitter is doing, I don't think it should be for her cheating, but just not, controlling the situation, her being in that position of power. But what's up?
Yeah, I think that I'm with you on the it's good to see them come out and just be real about it, right? Because they were saying in the actual show, it was owed to them. We've already passed that. It really wasn't nobody's business. It's private business, right? It's just, so they don't owe anybody an explanation for any of this. So for them to even come out and actually say it, which was cool. It was cool. It was cool for them to come out and be like, "Yo, this is exactly what happened." It's sad that the situation is bringing back up, especially because that's imagine if an ex from 4 years ago was talking about you on Stop It Show, you'd be like, why? I guess so now you got to come out and address it. That's kind of what happened with them. Just because they celebrities don't make it no different. If you put that situation into everyday living person, which is they are too, but just a person that's not in the media. Imagine if your ex was talking about you 4 or 5 years ago. Your ex from 4 or 5 years ago was just talking about you on some type of platform, on Facebook or something like that, on their Instagram or something like that. You'd be like, this is weird. Why now? I have nothing that we haven't talked in years. I thought we was good. We closed that out. But so I don't really take anything really away from it from them. I see a lot of people saying a lot of things. J. Cole had the line where he wanted that Jada and Will love. People were like, well, I don't want that no more. The memes are funnier than anything. 100%, the memes are funnier than anything. But in real life, though, people go through shit, bro. They've been married for 25 years. Like, they've been married for 25 years. Like, people go through shit, bro. Like, people, whatever you want to say, whether it was cheating or not cheating, people go through shit, bro. And they had the love to stand together and actually work through it and get through that actual situation and still together to this day. So I think we should be applauding that, personally. I think we should applaud. We got people that's married for 1 year and divorced after because you left the fridge open. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got people that, you know, like we got really weak relationships out here. Like, we got people parents been divorced for years. Moms and dads been married 7 or 4 times. Like, people our age been married 2 to 3 times. Like, we got people that's actually really out here doing it for 25 years straight, and they actually fighting through the adversity. Like, that's what marriage is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be to death do you part. No matter what happens in between that process, like, you're supposed to be able to fight and keep going on throughout those processes. So if you can't do that, that's fine. But I'm not going to make fun of people that actually are doing it. Like, no matter what their situation was a little bit different. It's a little bit more public because they obviously like celebrities, but that's just all part of it, bro. That's all part of being a celebrity. That's all part of having a marriage. I applaud them for actually powering through that and then coming out and being able to be mature enough to actually come in through the end and be like, this is what happened, bro. Like, fuck it. Like, this is what happened. Y'all want to know so bad? This is what happened. So,
yeah,
that's what
I agree. I think, especially in the Black community, like, you don't really see, like you said, you don't really see too many marriages work out. So when you have a famous couple like a Barack and Michelle, when you have a Will and Jada, like, you, even for Bobby and Whitney was like an example for a long time. It's like, bro, we want to see Black love win, you know? So for them to be that open and honest, and for them to be an example for Black love, this is just showing another layer of that, you know, whether you agree with it or disagree with it. But I also believe that this is just a genius business move. Like you said, they broke the record for most Facebook original shows viewed in the first 24 hours, and it had 15 million views in the first 24 hours. And that almost doubled the previous record, which was the Red Table Talk again, when she had Jordan Woods on the show. So I think this is how you capitalize on the situation. Like, all right, bet, like, people say like all press is good press, you know, even if it's bad. But like, I think they handled it with grace. They was open about it. They was honest about it. They was real about it. And then they capitalized on it. So I think this is just them laying the blueprint for a different layer of life, or a different layer of marriage, and a different layer of business.
Agreed. Yeah, man. I don't really got much more to say on it. I just think that's I think we should be applauding that. And I think it's funny because, you know, just in social media, just in general, we make fun of everything. So the memes have been hilarious. But
all I want to say is, you know what I'm saying, your boy is single. Any ladies out there looking to do some healing, you know, I am ready to get entangled.
I need to get healed. I need to get that Jada healing session, dog. Whatever she did to August, I want that. I want that. So yeah. I want that. That's the type of healing I need.
Who's next?
Who am I? The girls them sugar.